Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
It is UPSL Georgia Division Week 3 here, Division 1 Soccer. We have SSL FC hosting FC Atlanta Academy, and it's coming up live next on ASMG. And welcome back, soccer fans, to UPSL Georgia Division 1 action here live on the Atlantic Soccer Media Group YouTube channel. My name is John Reno. Alongside with me is commentator Stephen Johnson. And we have a Division 1 matchup for you today. SSL FC is hosting FC Atlanta Academy. Important matchup for SSL FC. Stephen, winless so far in the first 2 weeks, looking for their first win today.
Yeah, SSL have really been having a rough start to the season here in Division 1. Week 1 got absolutely sent into orbit by a dominant UMA team. And last week, of course, they also dropped a much closer matchup to Middle Georgia United FC. FC Atlanta Academy, a bit more on better footing. So as we continue our pursuit in the journey for promotion, we'll have to see whether or not Atlanta Academy can keep up this form or whether SSL can start to right the ship.
Yeah, important matchup as well for FC Atlanta Academy. Win today will keep them squarely in the playoff hunt.
Certainly so. An important thing to know so far. Yeah, important thing to know so far is that looking at the playoff hunt, it is that one top seed going through with promotion into the first division, but because we are expanding the UPSL Premier Division up to 12 teams next season, there is that additional playoff spot in the playoff tournament. We'll have to see who's going to be able to keep pace on that. I mean, right now, UMA and Volpe certainly seem like front runners thus far. FC Atlanta Academy yet to square off against, once again, the dominant UMA. But, hey, we are in that double round-robin qualifying season, so plenty of time for both these teams to continue to put their mark on the league.
Yeah, UMA FC looking like this season's Dalton United with their start.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if when they go up, and I do think it is a question of when, not if, I wouldn't be shocked to see them get off to as flying a start as Dalton has in the Premier Division. So definitely exciting to see these teams in not only fighting for promotion, but then being competitive in that top league. And that brings me to another point I want to talk about, the genesis of SSL, Soccer Saves Lives FC, which is basically Kalanji, but for legal reasons and for we want to get promoted reasons, no longer officially with the brand. They've certainly got a little bit of work to do if they want to reach that goal that they started off with.
And we'll see if they can get that started underway today here. The administration duties are all taken care of. Looks like we're about moments away from kickoff here. The SSL FC, the home squad today, they'll be in their red today. FC Atlanta Academy in their navy blue. And SSL FC, it's a mouthful. They'll be going from left to right on your screen. And of course that would mean FC Atlanta Academy It'll be going right to left on your screen. But yeah, you're touching on SSL FC and how they're sort of affiliated with Kalanji, but Bruno's certainly done what I think is an amazing thing, serving underserved youth here, giving them a chance to play soccer and to play in leagues such as this. So it's very commendable work that Bruno is doing for the community.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I mean, I think that's really the genesis and really the nature of the lower divisions of play here, especially in the Southeast, especially here in Georgia. I mean, heck, we've got, especially when Atlanta United rolled through with their inaugural seasons, they set up a lot of those, MARTA station soccer pitches and really just opening up for what's been in North America a very almost classist kind of game where it's always, that rich kid on the block who gets to play, now really opening up the game, the beautiful game to any and all. It's absolutely lovely to see, and that's why we're all here, to make sure each and every player who wants to gets their shot. And right now we got 22 young hopefuls looking to wow us here and looking to get their season on track.
All right, it looks like FC Atlanta Academy will be kicking off here, and they do. And we're underway here at Charlie Jordan Field here at Shiloh Community Stadium in Snellville, Georgia. A little overcast, but it's otherwise a beautiful day for soccer. Good weather.
Yeah, it's the perfect. You never want it to be too warm when you're out there playing, especially running around for 45 minutes at a time. That nice little breeze will help keep you in it for that much longer. I think here's the main thing I want to focus on today, because every time SSL has played, especially last time we watched them, albeit they were missing some personnel and were missing a little bit of leadership, just have been looking like absolute Swiss cheese at the back. Can this backline step up? And already under a lot of pressure.
Yep, pressure right away from Atlanta Academy. But yeah, the backline was under pressure quite a bit last time we saw them. There was a nice tackle there by Juan Parra. Oh, here's a break now. Early break here for Atlanta Academy. Have a little trouble dribbling the ball here. Lost opportunity there for FC Atlanta Academy. They had like a 3-on-0 break there for a second there, Steven.
Yeah, and it really comes down to these fullbacks. I think last time around, I think it was left back that I had the most gripes with. But it's really just the nature of the modern game when you have fullbacks who a lot of the time are asked to basically be attacking players. The question is, how do you cover for them on defense? And I think that's still something that SSL are trying to figure out themselves. How do they keep that width in the attacking transition, but still be covered in the back? And I think it's going to lead to us having a very end-to-end game here today.
Yeah, there's a head forward there. It's going to go out for Atlanta Academy throw here. Just underway here at Charlie Jordan Field. If you're just tuning in, my name is John Ray alongside Stephen Johnson. Georgia Division I mashup here on the Atlantic Soccer Media Group YouTube channel, UPSL Georgia Division I. Oh, Atlanta Academy now making a run. Oh, he outruns the defense. He gets a shot on goal, save, gets another opportunity, and it's going to trickle out of play. So early opportunity for FC Atlanta Academy, Stephen.
Yeah, and absolutely falling apart in the back. I believe that's Cruz, number 4 in the defense. Just can't get between his man and the ball, and upon that, when Newshot goes to palm the ball away, basically feeds it back to the striker.
Corner kick underway, headed, going to be out of play, goal kick, SSL FC.
Well, it's going to turn into a game of nerves. I mean, that's never what you want to see as a defense this early on in the game, and you want your center backs to be a little bit more physical than that. You want to put them in between the ball and the striker, and that time just didn't have the gumption to really get that started.
Yeah, so we just touched on it, and already SSL FC showing being a little shaky defense here. Trying to break out of their own half of the field here, and they do. And they try to run on their own, move into the center. He's got numbers with him. There's a through ball, little too. Oh, he got to it, but wasn't able to get a good shot away. But he gets the ball back. He kicks. Oh, what a stop! Nice play, nice stop there by the goalkeeper for Atlanta. And we'll have a corner here for SSL FC.
Yeah, there looks like they're going to want to take this one quickly. Already coming in for the short corner, or at least for the change-off. Good ball through to open up the defense from FC Atlanta Academy SSL. They certainly have some talent in that attacking third. A little bit troublesome out of Salas. Was really hesitant to commit himself to that save.
Outside swinging here. and kick right back in the middle, right in the goalkeeper's hands.
That one's going to be a little bit easier. But, yeah, especially on the initial challenge, you saw the goalkeeper pulling up. You need to just be willing to put your body. If you're going to go for that challenge, you need to go completely through the man. He pulled up, gave an opportunity for SSL to try to take it around him. And it seems like, you know, with a little bit more quality in the final third, this game could easily be already off to a 2-goal start.
Oh, meanwhile, a little soft pass there, almost intercepted by Atlanta Academy, but heads-up goal play by Nusha, the goalkeeper for SSL FC. Meanwhile, end-to-end action here going on, Steve. There's a shot on goal just wide on the far post. So both teams getting some early chances here, Steven.
Yeah, I mean, already, we said before, it's going to be an end-to-end game. Neither team really renowned for the defensive prowess, and certainly some quality on either end of the field. But for FC Atlanta, a little bit questioning, for SSL rather, a little bit questioning the shot selection. That felt like a pretty low percentage chance and really didn't want to play through anyone there in the final third. But, I mean, heck, we're 5 minutes into this game, into the first half, so I don't expect the chances to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, goal kick with Atlanta Academy. Trying to work it once again back into, and there's a nice interception there. Hard charge, but it's going to be cleared away by the defense. Throw for Atlanta Academy. Yeah, just 5 minutes in, we've seen a lot of spirited action here so far. But no one's been able to break through just yet. So it's Andres Villegas with the throw. And there's a shot from distance, going to be way high. Would have been 3 points in American football.
That'd be quite a swing here if you could get 3 points that way. Unfortunately, especially with a lot of our games taking place on American high schools, you got a lot of the American football markings and
those
crossbars and such.
Pesky uprights and American crossbars can get in the way sometimes. And well, goal kick there for SSL FC, but taken by Atlanta Academy. Some fancy little footwork here, but just once again an errant pass by SSL. They're trying to work it over to the right side, and they do, but it's going to go too far, and it's going to go for a SSL throw.
SSL just like shaky in the back. I mean, every time they get the ball up the pitch, their front three guys are usually able to get at least a half chance away, but playing out of the back, FC Atlanta are doing a phenomenal job of just applying pressure. They haven't been doing anything crazy, but you can tell from the way that SSL are playing and the passes they're selecting like that, they're not having the time they want on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pressuring well here, and you got to think if they keep that up, they're gonna eat today, as they say. Meanwhile, here comes SSL trying to mount some offense of their own. They work it over to the right side. There's a nice pass. He lead himself too far. Now he's going to be able to get to it. He crossed in the middle. Defense is there, and they're able to clear just a little too high. It's going to go for a throw for SSL.
Yeah, looked for a bit of the cheeky pullback there. Not the most confident defensive clearance in the world with the where'd the ball go, 3 turnaround, and then find it and launch it out. But certainly opening up this defense, all it's going to take is that one extra touch, that one player kind of going above and beyond to put us on the board. But can they do that before their defense gives up a goal the other way?
Throw in initially handled by Atlanta Academy, but taken back by SSL. They draw it back. Now there's a long ball attempt on the left wing. He's onside. He can't work around his defender. Nice play by the defense for Atlanta Academy. But not out. Able to keep it in is SSL. 8 minutes. We've seen a lot of back and forth here so far. Nice play by SSL to keep in possession of that ball. There's a long chip in, handled easily by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it seems like when they're not on the break, SSL's having a little bit of trouble actually playing through a set defense, which makes sense. I mean, a lot of the time what you're seeing is FC Atlanta pushing up, SSL regaining possession, and then just immediately going route one up top.
It's our first whistle of the match. Foul given. Be a free kick for SSL. SSL chip in the middle there. Goalkeeper's going to get to it, but AR raises his flag.
Yeah, and it's already what you're seeing out of that front line, especially with Chick, the number 11's forward for SSL. He's just playing on the back shoulder of those defenders. And those don't exactly look like the biggest, bulky. It's not exactly Virgil van Dijk on that back line, so the right ball can find its way through. But right now, it definitely seems more of a game of quantity over quality. If you just put enough chances up there, something's going to go through. And so far, I mean, SSL, the last few minutes, they've been dominating possession.
That was a nice long ball by Atlanta Academy, headed the wrong way by SSL. Out for a throw for Atlanta Academy. Once again, Andres Villegas will take this. Strong throw headed forward by SSL, trying to clear. But once again, good pressure here by
There's a break.
Atlanta Academy, but they're breaking out now as SSL onto the right wing, but it's going to be too far. Passed a little too hard there. Be a throw for Atlanta Academy. Still no score here. We're approaching the 10th minute of this Division I matchup here in the UPSL Georgia League. Presented to you by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. Villegas getting a workout today in his upper body workout with all these throw-ins here early. SSL in control. And they'll switch it up, work it over to the left side. Now back in the middle, and again, nice takeaway by Atlanta Academy, but they lose it right back. But no, this just back and forth here. At midfield, both fighting for it. There's a long ball attempt. And drop back to the goalkeeper. Again, out of bounds, out of play. SSL throw. They get it in quickly now, right at midfield. And cleared harmlessly away once again.
Yeah, FC Atlanta are really just doing whatever they can. They're trying to slow down this transition, and SL really haven't found that killer through ball forward in the last few minutes.
Yeah, SSL looking for a foul there, didn't get one.
And
there's your retaliation foul.
But I'd say if you're looking for a foul, I found it right there. That's going to be a immediate yellow card.
So we have our first yellow.
I believe that's been awarded to... Oh, come on, turn around. No, the other way, 10. Yeah, looks like Altuve for FC Atlanta Academy. He'll be picking up the first yellow card of the match. Certainly nothing you want to see, but I mean that's so far been a very physical midfield both ways, especially ever since SSL have realized, hey, maybe we shouldn't turn the ball over between our two center backs. They've been pushing the ball up, but that means that midfield needs to work even harder. Good ball.
Yeah, good ball, long through ball here, but taken away once more by the defense. Defense playing well here for Atlanta Academy, but given right back, shot from distance. Goalkeeper had to move to his side here, but is able to get his hands on it and make the save. Got a little misplay here, but he's going to get to it though. And up the left wing here. But they rule offside. Keith Vargas a little too far ahead of the play there. It'll be a free kick for SSL.
Oh, right back on the horse. SSL, they're pushing up again.
Both teams playing with a high motor so far. Nothing slow here, folks, so far. There's another long ball forward here. A little too far here. And battle forward along the sideline there. It's going to go out on SSL. Throw for Atlanta Academy.
Cheek was not happy about that. Already, it's not often you see a striker slam the hands into the ground at 13 minutes, not on a shot opportunity, but already definitely seeing what this game means to a team like SSL. I mean, like we've been saying, it's I don't even want to say it's been a rough start of the season. It's been an abysmal start of the season.
And, you know, SSL a little early to start showing some frustration here. There's a weak shot about 5 or 6 yards outside the box, easily handled by Nusha.
Yeah, what I wanted to kind of finish up there was SSL. I mean, like I said, it's been an absolutely dreadful start to the season. A win here at home would do so much for helping them just wash the memories of the first few weeks away and start on a clean slate. So you can see with the way that they're playing, they want to find their chances. They just haven't been able to link up yet. A lot of room here on the right flank.
Trying to work their way now as SSL, and again another nice takeaway here by Atlanta Academy. They've been doing that all match so far, but SSL, they win the ball right back. Perhaps maybe held on to it a little too long there.
Trying to dribble through absolutely everybody. Unfortunately, he's just a man too far.
So everyone working on their dribbling today so far, Stephen. Yeah, going to be throw in for SSL. They get in quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially this first few minutes, you saw SSL trying to just pass their opponents to death. I don't think they really found the quality in the passing they were looking for in those first few minutes. So they are resorting to kind of moving around that midfield. But that almost leads to another weird quirk of their system, and that's the fullbacks right now. They've got them sitting so high, playing out the back, but they never actually join the final third, which means we only have the front three getting in. Speaking of which, here's a late run from midfield.
Yep. Into the middle now works SSL. Trying to find a pass. They're going to go ahead and drop it back to Darius.
It's weird. These fullbacks are only coming up for SSL so late after the ball arrives that they might as well not have come up in the first place. So it really begs to question, where's that width coming from? That's a beautiful.
Nice through ball. Can he get a foot in? Works around one defense, one around another. Oh, what a save! That looked like it was going to be a goal for sure. And the Atlanta Academy goalkeeper comes up huge on that one, Stephen. And meanwhile, leaves a chance here for Atlanta Academy the other way, but pass was a little behind him, and they had to drop back here. But trying to go through again. SSL appealing for an offside. It'll end up being a goal kick here for, wow, great chance by SSL, Stephen. Almost had one there.
They really did, and that ball was bouncing the box. I'm going to say I saw at least one, if not multiple members of SSL after that first chance hitting the ground again. They're not looking up, and the ball's bouncing in the box. So, I mean, you got to start asking a few questions, and with a team like SSL, your chances are going to come at a premium. So you've got to be, hungry for them wherever they come. But certainly, I think the frustrations of the season are very clearly visible.
Yeah.
With all the players, and I mean, hell, even an early goal here would do so much for spurring them forward. But
meanwhile, throw in for Atlanta Academy, going to result in here for a goal kick for SSL. But yeah, definitely the best chance of the match, Stephen, by either team to score here. SSL nearly broke through here.
I almost want to get a little cynical and say that it looked like Schick went around somebody who was just on the ground in the box. First cardinal sin of defending: never go to ground in the box. But the cynical part of me thinks if he had left his leg out a little bit there and just gone to ground, I think that's a penalty shout. And as much as I'd hate to see that being the way that strikers play nowadays, that was some silly defending from Atlanta Academy.
All right, so now we got throw in here for SSL. They quickly get it in. Aaron pass goes to SSL player anyway, and he's tripped up. No foul. Cleared away by the keeper.
Good
pass. There we get the foul for on Atlanta Academy.
And I like this. As the match is going on, SSL, they're slowly creeping up the field. I'm still terrified for their defense, as their holding midfielders not really holding back. Their fullbacks are coming up. But defense doesn't matter when you're in your opponent's third. And
the ball appeared to sail a little bit, didn't have too much oomph on it, but nonetheless, though, it almost found its way in the back of the net.
Here comes SSL again.
Well, here comes SSL again. They got a man. They got Tico on the right. He's cross in. There's a man there, shot, and again hits the side of the goal on the near side.
They're starting to find it.
Yeah, they're starting to feel it now, Stephen.
This right wing with a pullback to the center has worked too many times now in the last few minutes for Atlanta Academy. They need to figure out what's going on there. Do they drop their midfield on that left side, or what do they do? Here's that replay. Driving down that left flank. Ball comes across. 7 just takes too heavy of a touch. Darius If that first touch just a little bit cleaner, it goes in. It's a tricky one, don't get me wrong, but I mean, these are the kind of things that if SSL just keep them coming and they keep their heads cool, they're going to find it eventually. But the second that they let the emotion get to them, that's exactly when a team like Atlanta Academy are going to be looking to rip you open the other way.
So goal kick here. We get a foul on SSL. Be a free kick here for Atlanta Academy. We're in the 21st minute now. Still no score. But SSL, they have had their chances. A few of them now, but not able to break through yet. There's a long ball here again. That Atlanta Academy has been able to sneak in behind that back line of SSL, Stephen.
Yeah, so far. Defensive clearance. So far, SSL, it's just as simple as they're just outworking FC Atlanta Academy right now. They're getting to these balls first. They're getting to these challenges. And Atlanta Academy just cannot connect. There's a clear disconnect between their midfield and their attacking three. They just cannot connect those dots. And as long as that happens, I don't care if they're, if there's one 3-year-old child as the defense for SSL. You're not scoring if you're not getting in the final third. So I obviously think it might be a little bit harsh to call the back line of SSL a 1 3-year-old child, but I think the point still stands that best defense is good offense. And right now they are dominating the offense.
Got a little bit of play here in the middle, but SSL controlling things now nicely the last several minutes. And there's works around in. He's on the right wing again. He's got a cross, and he makes nice clear there by Mervin Quintero here for Atlanta Academy. Will be a corner for SSL.
A lot of hero ball being played by the defenders for FC Atlanta Academy. I think that right side, that left side of defense, so whoever's absorbing that near side wing, really just needs to start standing up more. Because what's happening is you've got wide defenders starting to lunge in, go for the ball. That's where these members on the right here for SSL are able to dribble through. Just hold them up. Let your team come back.
Right, corner here, outside swinging, trickles along the ground. It's a bit of a scramble for it now. SSL trying to maintain possession, but taken away by the defense. And nice play to kick that off of Omavi there. And it's going to be a goal kick for Atlanta Academy. Have a heads-up play here. Well, we'll just get a goal kick out of this. In the 23rd minute now. Still looking for our first goal of the match, Stephen.
Certainly it may be level here, but one place it's not level is over at Atlanta United's Child Healthcare of Atlanta training ground, where we do have a final score to report for you guys. Atlanta United Academy taking a 2-1 victory in the Premier Division over Legends FC. We'll be getting you guys with some more updates on the Premier Division following this match. We got a heated matchup versus Kalanji and Strongest later today right here on ASMG.
Yeah.
But
important match in the Premier Division coming up, Stephen, for sure. Meanwhile, SSL sneaking behind the back line. Cross in front.
Woo!
Goalkeeper dive. SSL almost got a foot on it, but they do get it back, and they're shot. Another great save by the Atlanta Academy goalkeeper. He is keeping them in this match so far, Stephen.
He certainly is. I mean, Salas, especially in those last few plays, fearlessly jumping into that cross. Fortunately, didn't quite come across in time. You can see this first ball right across the face of goal. Studs up attacker. That is a scary place to dive. Comes across, gets himself set. I mean, it is a shot directly at the goalkeeper, but it's still quite a bit to be able to take that first cross, get up, back in position, set, and then pushing it out. It's good, competent goalkeeping here.
Definitely had to reach for that second shot. Made an excellent save. But we got another corner here. And there's a header into the back of the goal. Beautiful play by SSL. There you go. All that work finally pays off. And Cheek gets the header.
Yeah, really good lofted ball right to that back
post. Here's the replay.
Yeah, we'll see it right here. It's just, corner kicks are a crazy thing. You just keep throwing them, and eventually they're going to get through. Right to that back post. He catches the goalkeeper in no man's land, where you're not sure whether you want to come up for it, whether you need to fall back for it. And he gets caught in that zone where there's just no time to.
Looks like Altuve has to get a chase over there over the fence to get that ball, but looks like he'll be taking the corner here for Atlanta Academy.
Yeah, no ball boys here at Shiloh Community Stadium today, so all the players having to retrieve their own lost balls at the moment.
So it'll be an inside-out swing here, and it found one of his players here, but it's got the shots wide of the goal here. A goal kick for SSL.
Yeah, it's kind of in the no man's land of where you send those corner kicks. You can either send them high and look for a header, you can send them low and look for it to just kind of ping around the box. He sends it right in that only really going to be finished with the volley zone. And so far, I mean, FC Atlanta Academy, every time they've taken a shot, it feels like they've been trying to do something magical. They've tried the half volleys, they've tried the full volleys, they've tried some crazy stuff. But they really haven't found good, simple shots on goal. And that corner kick, unfortunately, just continues that trend.
Goal kick, 50-50 ball here, won by SSL. So Atlanta Academy trying to respond now here. Coming down the left wing. Well, we got a whistle here.
I wasn't watching that back line, but that feels a little harsh, but FC Atlanta Academy just cannot get past the back line. And almost, I've kind of been critical again on SSL's back line. They've only got the 2 center backs. Their holding midfielder doesn't drop that deep, and their fullbacks just abandon them to go play winger, basically. But that kind of helps, I guess, for the offside trap, because you only got 2 guys to coordinate instead of like 5. So, I mean, a little bit easier to prevent that sort of penetration coming through. More movement here, and this midfield's just wide open.
All right, so again, cheek down, but he's offside.
What?
The AR was right there, calls it. Cheek doesn't like it, but nonetheless.
These are some interesting calls.
Free kick here for Atlanta Academy.
Oh, just like, okay. I saw the person down right there at the top of the box. I was like, oh no, is somebody down? Time to shoot, that's fine. Yes, the right call from Atlanta Academy. I was going to say, they just cannot connect the midfield, so just bypass the midfield. Just kick it straight over everybody and hope that your guys are the ones to get it on the end. It's not a high percentage chance, but it's better than trying to play through a midfield that does not exist.
Wow. SSL coming down the left side now.
Good
Trying to work
defense.
his way in. Good defense there by Atlanta Academy.
Yeah, Parra on that far side. It's a good job not only of clearing the ball, but I believe he actually kicks it into the attacking member for SSL. So it should be Academy ball. Looks like we finally do have a ball boy.
Yep, and yeah, they've done that a couple times today so far, Stephen, able to knock it off an SSL player and get a throw or a goal kick out of the deal. And we'll rewind and do it again here. Another throw in here.
Inching down the field.
And we get a referee's whistle here.
Huh?
I'm going to send the ball the other way. Going to be free kick here for SSL.
I think perhaps a shove in the back call. Hasn't been too nasty the game. It's been a bit of a physical midfield, but so far still only Altuve, number 10 for FC Atlanta Academy.
Yeah, just one yellow.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's been a very clean play so far. Now here comes Cheek on the right wing. He's got a cross. He gets it, and again. Oh. Clear attempt made by Quintero.
No.
The ball went straight up in the air. Goalkeeper was able to get his hands on it, but meanwhile, foul called. There'll be a goal kick here. Free kick here for.
That's a rough call.
For the visitors, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially in those balls as a striker, you have to go up against the goalkeeper. As long as you're not running through the goalkeeper, you're usually fine. SSL Cheek really just holds up. He pulls his momentum back so he doesn't try to go through the goalkeeper. I don't really see a foul there, but at the end of the day, it's not really a difference as he's going to be able to distribute it where he wants anyway.
So ball back in play, a little bit of back and forth here. We're at midfield now. SSL once again trying to mount an attack here, and there's a foul here on the team in blue. So near midfield. There's a big cross here on the right side, going to be headed out of play by Atlanta Academy here in the 32nd minute now. 1-0 is our score. SSL knocking on the door several times, finally break through on a beautiful header by Cheek on a corner, and they lead 1-0. There's a shot from distance, well off the mark, and going to go out for a goal kick for the visiting squad.
Yeah, if I was coaching FC Academy, Atlanta Academy right now, I think what you're looking for is just to get to halftime with this 1-0 scoreline. Maybe try to steal something off a corner kick or a free kick or something. But if you can stem the bleeding, keep it at a Walton goal differential, and allow your coach to get the time to address his charge in the halftime talk, I think that's the best case scenario for Atlanta Academy, because it really does look like they have very few ideas on how exactly to get this ball up to their attacking players and how to maintain possession.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
They did get off to a good start right there at in the opening moments, but they've kind of lost their way a bit here for a good bit of this half. And SSL able to put on a lot of pressure, get a lot of quality shots off.
Yeah, the intensity for me, I think, has really dropped off. Too many walking members here for Atlanta Academy. And as I have been critical of SSL's, let's say, overly emotional play sometimes, with a few too many slams at the ground. Beautiful.
Beautiful play by Cheeky. He's all alone. He shoots. Oh, off the goalpost. Oh, he was head on dead center in front of the goal. Shot it off the goalpost. Goalkeeper's best friend. And meanwhile, that's going to send it the other way here for Atlanta Academy. Try to once again sneak in behind that back line. That back line stiffening up here as we get later in this half, Steven. But wow.
Wow is correct. That was such a good ball in over the top. Controlled by Cheek, has to take it off the volley and just barely dinks it in off the side. Watch here. Actually, I may have been wrong. I think FC Atlanta Academy, they're going to want to try to change things earlier. I can see number 5 here getting ready to come on.
Yeah, looks like we're going to get our first sub of the afternoon here. As Steven pointed out here, we are going to get a substitution here. We're starting to get a little late here in the half. We're still in the 34th minute. There's still a lot of time left here in the first half for Atlanta Academy to right the ship here, and it looks like this is going to be the start of it. We're going to have a bit of an early substitution.
So it's Ramon Sanz, number 5 for FC Atlanta Academy, going to be starting his day off right.
And let's see who comes off here. Number 4.
So that's Cruz, one of their defenders. So already saying, hey, your day is done here. Maybe trying to put in a bit more of a ball-playing defender here. Looks like maybe slotting into that right back position. But either way, they just need to find that connecting piece.
All right, so free kick about 14 yards out or so from the box. Just kicks it right into the wall. But fortunate bounce here by Academy, and they able to get it into the box here, but easily handled by Nusha. And he gets it out quickly to the right side, and now SSL showing some speed here, moving down the right side. But numbers are back here for Atlanta Academy. A little tricky dribble, but finds a man in the middle here. Trying to move around the defender and eventually taken away here by the team in blue. And we get a whistle here.
Okay, so quick update for you on the substitute watch. It looks like Sanz has slotted into that left back position, and we have seen thus far that near wing, that is the dangerous area for SSL, where they've been able to drive that ball and find crosses. So potentially allowing that left back to go ahead, watch what's coming in at him, and then respond. As I say that, though, you may actually be slotting in a bit more as a left-sided center back, but either way, just trying to shore up this defense and prevent SSL from finding anything. Speaking of which,
just so after a series of air volleys there, Atlanta Academy tried to sneak through, but good defense there by the back line. There we have a foul here. Is that going to warrant a card here?
That might be a card. That looks like a hand to the face. I already see him reach to the pocket.
Yep. So another yellow here on SSL.
Yeah, and it's just one of the things you always have to be aware of. I mean, as the attacking player, as the player with the ball, sometimes, you put your hand out, just try to get a feel for where your fellow players are. And if you go too high, that's where the face is, and that is bad. So looks like it's going to be the left winger, Muhammad, number 15, picking up his and SSL's first yellow card of the day.
Second, I believe, here for SSL.
Who was the first? believe the first one was Altuve for Academy. I could be wrong, though.
We'll double check that for you folks.
Ooh, number 15,
Oh,
keep
yeah,
your
yeah,
eyes.
you're right. You're
Yep.
right, Stephen. It
15 for Atlantic Academy. Vargas is limping around a little bit here on the near side. I'd keep our eyes on him, and especially with the bench. Halftime coming soon, though. Good steal.
And here comes Atlantic Academy. And again, trying to sneak in behind, but the back line able to prevent that play so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It was Altuve on the retaliation foul that got him that yellow card. You're correct, Stephen.
Yep. So we're just seeing, especially with that last play, I mean, Atlantic Academy, they're trying everything to get through this line. They're trying the killer through balls on the ground, but the problem is they're basically passing. They're trying to pass through SSL's midfield and defensive lines, which is just, there's just not a lot of holes in. And then they, right there, just trying to dribble at defenders. And I just don't think the dribbling technicality is there and available for Atlanta.
There's long ball attempt by SSL. Too long. Goalkeeper will go out and get it. And there's a long pass right at midfield. Touch not able to handle it, and it's going to go back to SSL keeper. Nusha, he'll reset here. And in the 39th minute now. Oh, there's a nice give and go here. Here's a chance here for Atlanta Academy. He sneaks in, tries to make a pass. The defense is there. And to be sure, it's going to clear that one out of bounds.
Yeah, just nobody there in the support. When you have a ball that wide, you need somebody to make that move, to make that off-the-ball run. And two members were running in there from Atlanta City, but none of them were finding space. They were just there, waiting for rebound.
Position, just a couple players in red jerseys there, able to clear it easily. Now here comes SSL down the left side, try and maneuver around the defense, able to get by one man, trying to get by Para there. Oh, the cheek now with a chance. Can he fake out the goal? He does, but the goalkeeper able to get his part of his body on it at least and thwart that chance here by SSL. SSL really looking impressive this latter part of the half, Stephen.
Great goalkeeping there from Zales, knowing they just needs to get in front of the man, get big here on the replay. Yeah, just get big, get there. Nobody's even close there on defense. Heads are dropping for FC Atlanta Academy, and there's just no intensity. SSL, they want it more today, and that's why they're leading.
Well, they're at home, and they're feeling a little bolstered today. Here's a long corner here, almost too long. But SSL able to maintain possession. Oh, there's a nice move in. Takes a shot, and it, oh yeah, beautiful goal. Went right in off the far post and into the back of the goal. 2-0 SSL, Stephen.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend that was a shot the entire time and not a cheeky pass to the back post, but it goes in all the same. Beautiful move, I believe, from number 18 Morales. Just dribbles his way through three defenders, takes that you could not put that better. That is literally the furthest away from the goalkeeper you can put that ball, and it still goes in. I think the man was at the back post, so even if he missed slightly, it was still going in. But what a beautiful goal. And honestly, I'd be kind of ashamed. Sorry, that lane jump. That's not Morales. That is an unlisted player here for SSL, but either way, very, very well taken. Was that
here right around the 41st minute here. 2-0 now, SSL.
Who's this player on the near side? 18. Do we have an 18 on our score sheets? I do not believe we do. I mean, one way or another, it was fantastic.
Mohammed Fall, it seems. Yeah. Well, no, that's not. Nope, not listed. Not on the roster we were given.
Cool. All right. Well, whoever you are, good job.
Congratulations, number 18. Great goal here. So 2-0 by SSL. Once again, they had a bit of a shaky start, but they've certainly settled in. They're playing at home. They're feeling it now. They've had chance after chance and able to cash in again here.
Yeah, and I think that last goal really just showed you what SSL has that Atlanta Academy don't. They have players who are able to just run at defenses when there are no openings in the defense that they can just make their own. Okay, given to this player, I'm going to do a little bit of deductive reasoning here, ladies and gentlemen. Do bear with me. So I believe this player is playing on the right wing. I believe is there a number 7 out there? That might be Darius. That might be Darius, but just with a different shirt on.
Possible. I mean, if it's Darius Jones, congratulations, sir, for that effort. Giving your team a 2-goal lead now as we're getting late in the first half. Yeah, that Academy, they would love to answer here and cut this lead in half and feel a little bit better about themselves in the half. But SSL looking really strong right now, Steven.
Yeah,
we're going to have a goal kick here for SSL.
We were talking before about heads dropping while only being down 1-0. Being down 2-0, it's that much harder to find a way back into this one. And I think SSL, they are just about 48 minutes away from not only their first points of the season, but a huge statement win. Their first of the first division. Maybe not soon enough. 2 minutes left on the board, and this could be a very interesting corner.
Yeah, ball headed the wrong way and out. It's going to result in a corner here for Atlanta Academy.
Shaky from the defense there, kind of reminding me of the first 2 minutes, and the first few minutes were really good for Atlanta Academy, so if they can keep this up and start putting a bit of the fear of God in that back line, maybe, just maybe, they can find something.
Rex, there's an outside-in swing, and the ball's going to get batted out of play here, but possession is going to be retained by Atlanta Academy. Vargas is going to do the throw in here. Let's see what they can do here. They need desperately to do something in a positive manner here, being outplayed for most of this half. And Steven, quite frankly, they could easily be down 3 or 4-0 right now.
Yeah.
If it weren't for their goalkeeper making several good saves.
Yeah, I mean, we criticize ourselves for that first goal, but realistically, he's in the plus category as far as his accounts are concerned today. I mean, goalkeeping's, you're allowed to make mistakes. You just got to make up for them. And as far as that man's concerned, he still had a good day. Without Salas there in net, sure, maybe that first goal doesn't go in, but at least 2 or 3 others do. So I think we also mentioned there's no way you go into this game thinking that you're going to win a 1-0 victory for Academy. So if they can't find a way to score a goal, they're not going to win one way or another. So
yeah, 1-0 games are very rare in this division, as Stephen pointed out. But we're going to get a.
So we actually have not had one yet. We've had more 4, 5, 7, 6-goal games than we have 1-goal games. So.
All right, so about 16, 17 yards or so.
That's too far.
Dead on the box here is the. It's too long here, really, for a realistic chance, but they're going to try anyway, and it's going to sail way high and over the goal. And is that half? They call?
Yep.
All right, they right at the 45, or a little bit after. Not much stoppage time at all, but yeah, that's it for your first half, folks. Here in the UPSL Georgia Division I play, SSL FC taking a 2-0 lead over FC Academy, Atlanta Academy. Steven, your thoughts on the first half?
SSL, I mean, you see the emotion they play out there with, some negative, some positive, but I've got to say they are playing with passion here one way or another, and that's what's keeping them right now above FC Atlanta Academy. They've got the confidence, they've got that swagger, and as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot, I mean, it feels like smooth sailing from here. Atlanta Academy, they need to do some soul searching to figure out how do we get that ball up to our front players, and once it's there, what do we do? Passing hasn't worked. Dribbling hasn't worked. We got to find some way to put the ball in the back of the net, or this game is going to get away from us even quicker.
Yeah, well, we'll see what Atlanta Academy, what adjustments they can make here in half and get back in this match. But in the meantime, we'll let you go for now. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half. Don't go away, folks.
My name is Bruno Colongi. I'm the owner and the founder of Atlanta Youth Soccer Foundation. We use soccer positively to impact and change the course of lives in the underserved community here in Atlanta. We started our soccer program in 2014 here in Gwinnett County. Soccer in the United States is a pay-to-play model, and oftentimes children in the underserved community cannot afford to participate because they don't have money. And if they are able to obtain a scholarship, they lack of transportation to get to practice. AYSF has allowed our players to not just be able to cover the registration cost, but we provide transportation, food, clothing, and all other necessities that allow our players to become part of the soccer community. Currently, we provide scholarship to over 40 underserved players.
2 clap, 2 clap, 3 clap, 1 clap, 2, 0.
To those players, the opportunity to get out of the environment and to be included in a prestigious soccer means the world to them. They work harder, they take their training seriously, and they give their best both athletically and strive to do well in school. What we do here at AYSF gives children the opportunity to become well-rounded citizens in our community. Thank you.
And welcome back to the UPSL Georgia Division I soccer action, presented to you by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group on our YouTube channel. My name is John Reno, alongside me commentator Stephen Johnson, coming to you live from Charlie Jordan Field at Shiloh Community Stadium here. SSL FC enjoys a 2-0 lead over FC Academy, Atlanta Academy. Stephen, what are you looking for this second half?
I'm looking for FC Atlanta Academy to come back with some sort of response. They just could not crack the code of how do we get into that final third. Dribbling didn't work. Through balls didn't work. I mean, it's either got to be some off-the-ball player or some crosses in, because right now they are finding nothing. And if you keep giving SSL chances, they're going to keep scoring.
Well, I got a quick whistle here to start the second half. Second half underway here. We got SSL FC in their home red jerseys here, going right to left on your screen, and FC Atlanta Academy in their navy blue jerseys today. And they got a free kick from midfield here. They send it long, headed forward by SSL. Yeah, SSL off to a bit of a shaky start in the first half, but they've come on strong for most of the latter part of the half here.
Yeah,
With several chances and getting 2 goals and looking very strong and comfortable now, Stephen.
Yeah, and I think it's the same deal as they've had all season, that they're really their own worst enemies. It's nothing crazy that Atlanta Academy were doing, but it was just their own uncomfortable. It was their own discomfort with playing out of the back, with that back line not sometimes giving the ball away in difficult situations. And I mean, that's really been the story of their season. But once they found the confidence and really gotten the ball to their playmaker, their showstoppers up top, I mean, they look great.
Yeah, throw in here by Atlanta Academy, but yeah, they off to a bit of a good start here. Had a couple chances early, but have since just kind of lost their way and trying to find it again here. We'll see if they can do that this second half.
Yeah, they really haven't been able to dictate the play at all. They're very much having to play to SSL, and they've yet to really impose their own will. They haven't shown us how they want to play. They haven't forced SSL to adapt to them. They are adapting to SSL at the moment, and that's definitely showing with the scoreline.
And you got to feel a little for the goalkeeper for Atlanta Academy, Salas. He's conceded 2 goals, but
2 on 2.
He's made several great saves. But here's a chance here, handled by the defense here by SSL.
Yeah, and we talked over the halftime about, what is it that FC Atlanta Academy are lacking. And one of the main things I said was they're just lacking the off-the-ball movement. Their forwards, whenever they're in those final third situations, they're just running forward and hoping something happens around them. They're not finding the channels. They're not finding the diagonal runs. They need a Roimdeuter more than anything. They need that space interpreter to open things up for them, because right now they are just so flat up top.
Yeah, too hard challenge leads to a whistle offside here now. Led to that free kick there, but foul on Atlanta Academy, but they get the ball back here on their own on offside. Long ball attempt here, and then again Atlanta Academy trying to sneak in behind that SSL back line, and so far SSL has been up to the task.
Yeah,
ball's going to trickle out of play. It's going to be a throw here for Atlanta Academy, and it looks like there may have been a couple substitutions here to open the half. See number 16 in there for Atlanta Academy. And he's going to do the throw here again.
Androsini is going to be that number 16 player. Looks to be slotting in pretty far back. Looks to be that right back now. Not sure exactly who came off, but still they're switching around things on defense. But I know that they're down by 2, and typically when you give up a goal, you're like, oh, the defense messed up. But it's just not their fault. I mean, maybe it is, but the bigger picture is not their fault. They're just not finding anything down the pitch. And I don't care how many changes you make to your back line, unless those fullbacks are basically playing, Tottenham-style wing backs where they're going to be at the corner flags, that's not going to give you goals. You're not going to be able to find chances off that.
And that last 0-0, a little bit of a bad pass by number 23, Maury, led to another Atlanta Academy throw here, but we get yet another whistle. And we're going to have a free kick here again for Atlanta Academy here.
Well, these set pieces could potentially be their only real shot to find a goal right now. I mean, they haven't been able to take anyone else on.
Elects to pass it off to the right wing, and he slips and falls, but back on his feet, though. But he's got 2 defenders on him, and they take it away now. And here comes SSL. They got a 2-on-1 if they get by him. And now here's a break here on the left side here. Can Cheek get by the goalkeeper? He does. Goalkeeper way out of the goal. Can he find the open net? He does and scores. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Okay, we're going to need to watch that replay so many times, but well taken by Schick. Good brace for him on the day. Is able to keep his composure about him. What on earth happened? So
Salas elected to come way out of the goal
that's
here.
so incorrect, it's not even funny. I mean, he tries. I get it. When you have somebody through on goal, you try to meet that ball early, but it's just so not how you play that position. I mean, he was at the American 20-yard line when he came out, and when you're a goalkeeper, unless that striker has taken a touch so far out that you're going to get there first, he's going to go around you every time. I mean, that was very silly goalkeeping. I mean, poor backline work, don't get me wrong, but
well, after playing a really good match so far, that was his first real big mistake in the match, and it cost him. 3-0 now is SSL here in the early going of the second half here. We're in the 52nd minute now.
Yeah.
And just completely deflating here, the Atlanta Academy. There's an offside. I just very curious about that.
Yeah, we see it again. I mean, just how does he get that open? I mean, SSL, they've so far just been ripping apart the defense by finding that dribble. They've been out dribbling people left and right, and nobody's getting back in time. I just don't know how you get that far. I mean, as a goalkeeper, typically what you want to do, and I learned this from Courtois would typically talk a lot about this, but when you got a guy through on goal, what you do is you drop back to your line. You drop back to the box. But the second they get into the penalty area, that's when you start coming out again. But you're just such an ineffective player outside the box like that. So
and Cheek there with having almost too much time to think about it, but he was able to maneuver in and get it in the goal. But nice play by Cheek.
Yeah. And as much as I do really want to rail on that position as a goalkeeper, once again, he's one-on-one with the striker who's just gone about 20 yards past his man marker. I mean, yeah, he could have done better, but so could the other 10 players further up the pitch at that point. So certainly this is not a game that was lost by Salas. Sure, he hasn't exactly covered himself in glory at this moment, but this is a team loss. Any player on Atlanta Academy who blames their goalkeeper after this is very incorrect.
SSL tried to break again, but there's a foul given here. But the Atlanta Academy is really going to have to regroup now here, and if they want to even think about getting back in this match, they're going to have to respond here soon. Let's see what they can do.
I mean, at this point, I'd wager to say I think this is just about pride at this point. Unless there is some Superman, striker, unless GG, who hasn't been playing for Atlanta United, is coming on here to play, I really don't see what change you can make to Atlanta Academy to salvage anything out of this game. I think maybe a pride goal is all you're looking for at this point, but 3 points in 30 minutes, that feels like a bridge. That feels like 3 bridges too far.
Quintero, meanwhile, having a little discussion with the referee, but they do get the free kick off, and it's going to go out. And looks like we're going to have a goal kick here for SSL. So just looking discombobulated now is Atlanta Academy here.
Yeah. Yeah, those heads continue to drop, and I think, the question for SSL is how many more can put on the board. I mean, Schick is already on a brace. One more, he's got the hat trick, which would be such a boost of confidence for a striker.
Yeah,
really just start the season.
SSL playing with more and more confidence here. Meanwhile, I got a man down the wing.
Oh, everyone was open on that far side. That's
just
disappointing.
A poor cross there. Well, again, not sure if that was a shot attempt or a cross, but nevertheless, it went to.
If that was a shot attempt, he should be subbed off. But I think it looks like he was also trying to do. I'm not sure what foot he is, but that looked awkward. Like he's either going with the outside of his dominant foot or his weak foot. So, I mean, they all can't be perfect. And so far, when you make that many positive plays, you're allowed to have a few mistakes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but the only reason there was doubt was that
that
ball seemed to go right to the goalkeeper.
No. Number 15, I think, holds up his run. I didn't see the offside flag go up from the referee. He may have just stopped his run. Low key, he may have been in an onside position.
Yeah, so a little bit of confusion there leads to a throw here for Atlanta Academy. And trying to move up the right wing here.
Playing advantage.
2 players go down, but Atlanta Academy still trying to work their way in. Now it's SSL able to apply pressure here. Seeing a man get to the ball every time here. So another good play, good takeaway. Now here goes Salas way out again, but this time he's able to get to the ball, but we got a whistle here on an offside.
Yeah. I mean, you can even see it in the defenders. They don't even try to make up that run. They just put the hands up and they're like, all right, our work here is done. Salas, good luck, my guy. But, yeah, heads are dropping.
Meanwhile, finally, they sneak in behind the back line is Atlanta Academy. But they're drawn away from the goal here into the corner now. Now they're trying to work their way into the boxes, poked away here by SSL. So it looks like we'll have a corner here for Atlanta Academy here in the 56th minute here in the second half. If you're just joining us, it was 2-0 SSL after the first half, and they score a goal early.
Looky here. 21 looks to be coming on here for Atlanta Academy. Might even, looks like it will not be before the corner kick, might be coming after, but well, they're gonna try something again.
Here comes the corner. Outside in, and it kind of trickles through everybody and goes out. So we've got an opportunity that goes by the wayside here for Atlanta Academy. Goal kick for SSL. And we got a substitution, number 21 coming in now for Atlanta Academy.
It looks
replacing number 11.
That's Chavez, who has come off the pitch, being replaced by number 21, JJ Belandria. So finally getting a little bit of new blood here, a bit further up the pitch.
All right, so ball in midfield headed backwards. And ball intercepted here by SSL in midfield. Small battle there at midfield now. SSL trying to cross. Not able to. And Atlanta will take possession and cross midfield here and try to get something going here. Another bit of a long ball there. Ball's going to go out.
Yeah, Schick going to be down on that play. Still looks to be down. Maybe took a bit of a bump. I mean, to be fair, he did run into the backside of the ball player, so I don't think there's anything really be done about that from a referee's perspective, though he is limping along. He's going to want to do everything he can to stay on this pitch. I mean, when you're a striker and you've been starved all season, I mean, so far SSL have only scored 1 goal this season after 9 have been scored against them. I mean, when you're a striker in a drought, you just want that hat trick if possible.
Yeah, so we did have a substitution for SSL. Number 23 went off, and number 8, Joseph, comes on for SSL.
Number 8 coming off, I believe Joseph was on.
Right.
I don't know who 23 is. Joseph, number 8, he was a midfielder, is coming off. Once again, what do numbers mean really anymore? So SSL are starting to go to the bench. They're trying to find something. I mean, they're already playing fairly well. Number 23, I see on the sideline, rather.
Yeah, Joseph on.
Joseph was already listed. Of course, whatever.
There's a shot here taken by Atlanta Academy.
Academy are starting to inch forward. They are getting more opportunities in the final third, but still, they're very low chance. They're not finding, they're not on the same page. When one guy's driving for the cross, they don't have guys coming in to try to receive the cross. When they have people driving at the net, they're not finding space. There's not a connection with those attacking players currently for FC Atlanta Academy, and that is stymieing any real progress they can make. Atlanta Academy take a quick free kick.
Ball back in play here quickly on the left side here, and get another whistle as Atlanta Academy player goes down.
Altuve, who's really been trying to be the main playmaking midfielder for FC Atlanta Academy. I will say he really hasn't had who?
We got another yellow here.
Red shirt, I think. I think that might be for Descent. It might be for the challenge, but that card came out pretty late. 32. Mauricio.
Mauricio here.
We have that number. So he, along with Muhammad, are the 2 yellow card recipients now for SSL. Third of the game. But as I was mentioning, Altuve's tried to be that creative playmaker in the midfield, but thus far, really, it feels like he hasn't been able to pick his head up. He's just been hounded all the time. And more often than not, he tries to dribble a few people and then fails to thread it through that back line.
In the
Ball
box
over the
and
top.
headed backwards in, right into Nusha's hands there. And possession is going to stay with Atlanta Academy. The ball goes out. They're going to have another throw here.
Pressure's mounting.
So Atlanta Academy trying to claw their way back into this one. But SSL starting clear. Now here's another chase for the ball here. Looks like he's onside. Oh, tripped up. And no call, no call.
That was a beautiful ball through and good effort from the defender. I'm not sure whether that was a foul or not realistically. I'd have to see the replay on that one to be completely sure, but
definitely have to check on that. But meanwhile, chance for SSL was thwarted by good defensive play there, as there was no whistle. Atlanta Academy putting on the pressure now, trying to get on the board here. They need it badly. There's a shot that's way off the mark. In the 63rd minute now. Waiting on a goal kick here.
yeah, they're gonna be happy to take their time. SSL are fully in control at the moment.
No reason to be in any hurry right now at this point with a 3-goal lead. Having Atlanta Academy trying to put some pressure. There's a shot, and again another weak shot right into the keeper's hands.
Okay, so they can't dribble at people. They can't play through balls. But so far, they're doing a really good job at the back heels. Twice in a row now, a back heel has set up a shot, albeit not the greatest quality shots in the world, but I mean, heck, at this point, you'll take anything.
Just Vargas with not enough oomph on that ball. There's offside here on SSL, but Vargas just
that's close.
Had a good shot attempt, just not just getting enough foot on behind it, and just right to the keeper's hands, and another opportunity here by the wayside for the visiting team. Pass attempt broken up here by Villegas there, and there's another foul here. And after a relatively whistle-free half, we're having a lot of whistles here in the second. Things are starting to get heated here, folks.
Yeah, that was a two-footed challenge going to ground there from the defender from Atlanta City. It was a bit weird. I think he got the ball, but I think what happened was
another yellow is given.
That's the number 12 from FC Atlanta Academy.
Villegas.
Yeah, defender. Should be his first card. So here's what I believe happened. The defender, when studs up into the ball, he got the ball, but on the other side of the ball was the attacker's foot. So, yes, he got the ball, but he ends up putting, like, force through the ball that pushes his ankle sideways. I don't know how you call that one. I don't know if that's necessarily a foul. I guess you could say it's reckless. I mean, he does go kind of studs up, doesn't clearly get the ball out, but he does get the ball. I mean, I guess I wouldn't protest a yellow card. I would be a little cautious about giving a red card there, but
looks like that was on Sheik. He gets up, he's hobbling a bit,
yeah,
but he looked like he was in a bit of pain though. But it looks like got him in the middle of the shin there.
Yeah, but it's whenever you get that like horizontal force on the ankle, because your leg's really only meant to go forward and back, up and down. The second you put any sideways motion on it, as somebody who just had a MCL reconstruction surgery myself, it's not a great feeling. So, I mean, at this point, I just say get him off. He's done more than his job today. If there's any concern of injury or even pre-injury, just get him off. But, I mean, like I said, he wants it. Strikers, the best strikers are greedy.
Yeah.
They want the
he wants his hat trick.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, that free kick led to a long ball in the box, scooped up by Salas.
Why is there another ball on the pitch?
There is another ball in the chorus.
Look at the ball kid. The ball kid at the very back. Like, I think he was trying to put the ball towards the end line here. I think he kicked it a little bit too far. And you can just see him in the background with the two hands on the head of, oh my God, what have I done? Thankfully, it doesn't turn into too much there, but.
Yeah, well, avoid a complete disaster there. And I guess no harm, no foul, right?
True.
But play back underway here at midfield. Atlanta Academy looking for their first goal of this match here. And if they want to get back in this match, they need to do something relatively quick here as we're starting to get into late in the match. We're in the 66th minute, approaching that critical 70th minute, and down 3 goals. That's a tough ask.
It is, and I think you know, we talked about this a few minutes ago, but I think at this point they're really just looking for some sort of retribution. They want a pride goal. They want a consolation. Good challenge there.
SSL disagrees, but the ball is going to go to Atlanta Academy here with the throw. A long throw past midfield, taken by SSL. They're going to drop it back. Now they're going down the right side here. Had a man, but couldn't get the ball to him. Was deflected away and controlled by Atlanta Academy. And get a call here. Ball's going to go the other way to Atlanta Academy. And is that another yellow?
Yep,
another yellow.
Who?
Looks like that was on number 8. It looks like maybe.
For who? Like for SSL? Joseph, who I thought came off, but apparently had not. So
he had come on.
Okay, so that's potential 3rd yellow for SSL. Well, I mean, there's a lot of players here in SSL who are starting close to being sent off. I think 3 of them on the pitch currently with at least 1 yellow. Means that we need to be very careful about trains to do 11v10. I mean, I think even at this point, I'd be skeptical that FC Atlanta Academy could make a comeback even in an 11v10 situation, although it would be more likely than an 11v11 situation. But we just want to avoid stupid things if possible. And we also do play in a league, keep in mind. So red card means suspensions, means, you know, players out for next week. Speaking of which, looking forward in the season, SSL will be taking on Pachuca, Georgia in Week 4 action. FC Atlanta Academy will be hosting Volpe FC, who currently sits 2nd on the table. So you want to make sure you're at full strength for those matches.
Definitely. And not only suspensions here in the league, but also fines as well. And the club able to retain on their money is very important in this league.
Money is good, especially here in the 4th tier of North American play. Not a lot of that to go around, so you really got to keep what you got. Another substitution. Number 13 coming on. Number 12 coming off. So that is Villegas, defender who picked up the yellow card, will be subbed off.
It's probably a wise play there. Decision to get him off.
Navas, I believe, coming on in his stead. Number 13. We'll be finally seeing the pitch today.
So there's a shot attempt right there in the corner of the box, blocked away, and here comes SSL trying to break out. They're going to cross midfield now. Is Sheik. Sheik with a little nice maneuver gets around one man. He's got numbers with him. Down the left side here. Offside. Just a little bit too ahead of the play there.
That is a lot of people going to ground. One of them is not really coming back off, and he looks injured in the midfield. Very Very interesting attacking transition there with the front three. I believe one of those two players was offsides. One of them was on. The players who is offside almost looked like he tried to let the ball through, but it didn't quite find its way. So SSL, I mean, if they're just a little bit more disciplined, like this back line for FC Academy Atlanta Academy, they're done. They don't want to be here anymore. And you know what? If I'm losing 3-0 with 20 minutes left to go, I don't know if I want to be here either. So they just hold their runs a little bit more. They've got so much room to play with. So
I'm not sure for his injury or cramp, but he is in a lot of distress here.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to come off here soon. Question is, who really is left on the bench? As 4 members have been subbed in for FC Atlanta Academy. I don't believe I got number. That looked like maybe number 2, Quintero.
And you do get 7 subs here in the UPSL.
Well, the question is, how many do you bring?
Yeah, it's looking a little light there. Your bench.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting on this, if we can actually switch our camera to the far left side, you can get a bit of a preview for what's coming up after this game. As you see, Club the Strongest Atlanta, Los Tigres, warming up for their matchup versus Kalanji Pro Profile. Will be the UPSL Premier matchup coming up right after this game.
Very important matchup for both clubs there. And meanwhile, back in live action, SSL just going to nonchalantly knock it out of bounds there. They'll obliged to let Atlanta Academy throw in here, and they do.
Just trying to find something in the box.
So we're in the 72nd minute now. SSL still enjoying a 3-0 lead thanks to a brace from number 11 Sheik. He's played a whale of a match.
Yeah, I mean, all of this, this whole team of SL has really come together. They're doing great with transitioning that ball up top. Maybe need a little bit more discipline with not running into an offside position, but if they can just get that over that last hump, I mean, there's no reason why this isn't a 5-0 game. Well, speaking of Sheik, I do see 2 members warming up now on the sideline for SSL, and well, Sheik's probably my choice for who probably you take off. He's been doing a phenomenal job, but just want to protect your star strike.
Sheik did get a little banged up earlier, so probably wise to get him off.
Yeah, and
soon.
And especially anything that happens with the knee. I mean, the knee is just such a important joint for playing soccer, and you just want to protect the longevity of these players. So, but I mean, he knows his own body best. So, if he's able to play on, I highly suspect he will be lobbying his coach that, hey, keep me on. Let me chase the hat trick.
Atlanta Academy there. There's again an example of how their day has gone. Just nobody there at all. But they're saying it went off. I was going to say, well, no. Boy, that ball didn't look to go off anybody there. But nonetheless, Atlanta Academy gets a throw in.
Slowing us down to a bit of a crawl at the moment.
So we'll try again here with another throw, deep throw this time, or deeper throw now. Heading into the corner. SSL will fight him off. And now he goes down, and we do get a whistle here. So a lot of fouls this second half as opposed to the first. And a few more yellows as well. But you know, the frustration is completely set in here for Atlanta Academy.
Maybe trying to simplify a little bit too much here for ourselves. They're just trying to completely bypass their midfield, which honestly has been the strongest portion of their game. And that's giving a little bit of room for Atlanta Academy to fill that missing space.
All right, so play on, says the referee. Now he blows his whistle.
So I believe there was a foul against 18. The call was play on, but saw that there was no real advantage gained. Morales down on that play, number 18. That is going to be the most dangerous free kick we've seen to. Okay, it's still kind of outside the. Yeah, it's right on the edge of the scoring zone.
Right, yeah, on the edge there, about about 11 yards there outside the box, but dead on here. So we'll see what they can do here in the 75th minute.
I'll be honest, new shot really hasn't been tested today.
There's a shot that's blocked here at the wall,
and he still won't be. And
now just having a lot of bodies falling down here. There's a shot. And Nusha having to make a little bit of dive to his left to knock that away. And we're going to have a corner here now for Atlantic Academy for the first corner in a while. And time started to tick away here. They need to do something. They need a goal to try and get back into this match. Let's see if they can get one here. Outside or inside out swing there. And it's going to go out of play for a goal kick. So SSL just still able to hang on to this 3-0 lead here. And looking very good here at home today, Stephen.
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty good value for the lead right now. Comprehensively, I think they've just been the better team on the pitch. I mean, their defense, it came out shaky, but you know, they grew more confident as the match progressed. They've outworked their opponents decisively in the midfield. And their forwards have just, very straightforwardly, just been better.
Yeah, and they definitely have speed as an advantage here. And here's...
That should have been a foul.
Questionable no call there.
It was soft. However, as a fullback, you cannot put two hands out following your mark. So I think it was a weak shove in the back, but I think the arms were clearly there. Still recovered by SSL.
So
got a good layoff.
Down the left side. He'll draw it back a little bit here. Wasting a little time now as SSL. Atlantic Academy doing a lot of standing around right now where they were applying pressure, but it looks like they've about just given up here, if that's any indication.
What a pass. The midfielder falling over is able to get his head to the ball to maintain possession a little longer, and just picking the pockets here. Oh,
there's a nice pass, though. SSL, they have defenders back, but still trying to work their way in, and just a weak chip ahead. Easily handled by the goalkeeper. And
yeah, their only forward was in a very clearly offside position. Well, Lane Jones, speaking of previews, Kalonji Pro Profile, the used-to-be sister team to SSL, coming on to start warming up in their white kits on the right side of your screen. Once again, another preview of our upcoming match. Kalonji Pro Profile taking on Club the Strongest in a heated playoff position matchup in the Premier Division. Very strong challenge.
Yeah. Kalonji, as you said, back in the UPSL Premier Division here. An important matchup. You don't want to miss that one, folks. But stay with us here. We still have a little bit more action here in this Division 1 matchup. From Charlie Jordan Field here at Shiloh Stadium. SSL FC hosting FC Atlanta Academy in this Georgia Division 1 matchup. SSL looking for their first victory of the season, of this young season, here in week 3. It looks like they're going to get it. Yep. Barring a miraculous comeback here by Atlanta Academy.
I'd say divine intervention is really the game plan for Atlanta Academy to find any points in this game, and just not seeing it right now.
So it's just SSL just getting to every
they're just not working
loose pass here, loose ball here, and they've just outplayed Atlanta Academy here for most of this match, and they could have this score could easily be 4-0, 5-0 as well. As you know, you kind of have to feel bad for Salas. Aside from that one inexplicable goal he conceded, he's played very well despite the score.
Yeah, once again, this is not the case of a goalkeeper being the difference maker. I don't care if you put, you know, I was going to say Hugo Lloris, but that's not the greatest example there. I don't care if you put David De Gea in that goal. I don't care if you put a pile of bricks in that goal. Nobody is going to change the outcome of this game with how the other 10 have played. So,
meanwhile, here's a break now for SSL. They're moving it. Oh, nice pass. Salas is coming out to challenge, and he does get a body on it.
Oh, there's potentially the chance for one more touch or one more pass, but 15 just goes to the ball as well. Muhammad.
So, yeah, 2 players all alone there.
Yeah, here's the
right
replay
side
on your screen. Yeah, it's just a 3-on-1 through with the keeper. And, yeah, ball played, nutmegs. If this other guy is a bit further out or you take another touch, you go around the keeper. You don't need to go for a one-on-one there. But, I mean, still good effort from Salas. Once again, another example of Salas
looking
saving.
for a ball from Club the Strongest there.
Yeah.
Picking out the right one here.
Ooh, looky here. Looks to have our last set of substitutions, number 14, coming on for SSL. That's Siak. Number 9 coming on as well. Coming off, we have, or coming on is number 9 and number 14. Siak and Fall coming off, number 7 and number 18. So that is Darius coming off. So Darius and 18 are coming off, so that can't be the same person. So that's Darius and somebody else. So somebody's coming off and somebody's going on. Welcome to ASMG coverage of UPSL Division 1, ladies and gentlemen. We're happy to have you here. Maybe not as happy as SSL, but definitely happier than FC Atlanta Academy right now.
Indeed, Stephen. It's looking more and more like SSL will pick up their first victory here. And here's another chance, but they call offside. Atlanta Academy got to put the ball quickly back into play here. We're in the 81st minute here.
Is that Schick?
Yeah, it's that Sheik who's down here. He's had the brace here for SSL. Not good if he's...
This is why I would have called
ball
for
going about. We're just kind of keeping our eye on the player who is hurt here for SSL. Trying to determine.
It looks like Schick.
Yeah, it could be.
That's why I say you got to just take him off earlier.
Yeah, we would have thought they would have. Yeah, you're right, Steve. We were both speculating that they would maybe perhaps sub him off earlier than this, but he's out there. You know, sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. I know he would like to have a hat trick, but he's out there, and he has the ball now, passes it right back. And Academy.
Yeah. But I mean, players, unless like they've blown their ACL, they're going to want to keep playing. Even when I had my meniscus injury, I still wanted to play, but that's...
Now Salas runs out, has to retreat, and ball gets sent back into the box, but a little too high and lofty.
Yeah.
Giving Salas time to get back into position again.
Yeah, that's a tricky cross to find. Sends a little bit too high, gives a little bit too much time for Salas. So not going to be able to find a goal. But as I was saying, I mean, that's a coach's responsibility. As a player, unless, like, you know it's not physical for you to continue, you're always going to want to keep playing. Therefore, it is a coach's responsibility.
Here we go again, just offside. Yeah. Yeah, the bench did not like that call at all.
I think there's also a question
maybe the players on the field.
Yeah. I think the question also is who that ball came off. That's a yellow card being shown to number 8.
For a dissent there.
Wait. He already has a yellow card.
If that was that's his second, and that's I mean, did he hold the card? Did he show him the card, Stephen? I think it's just calling the...
I think so. I suppose we could be mistaken the identity of the first yellow card, but yeah, 2 yellow cards does typically mean a red. He's offside.
But again, here we go. But
he's so offside.
No offside call this time, but Atlanta Academy able to clear it. Atlanta Academy, you know, they would at least like to get 1 goal on the board here.
Yeah, they want to
get some of that bad taste out of their mouths here, but yeah, this has just been not the match they were looking for as they came in here today in 4th place here in Division 1.
Yeah, I mean, important to note there is no relegation here, so there's not really a downside to being on the bottom of the table. Obviously, SSL currently have that spot. Going into today with an 0-0-2 record, -8 goal differential, 1 goal for, 9 goals against. So it's not like they're in a relegation battle, but I mean, this game is worth so much more than 3 points for them today. This game is life for them.
They'd love to pick up the victory today, and they'd love to preserve that clean sheet here, but it could. Oh, there's
that's
a penalty here.
That's such a stupid challenge.
Ah.
What are you doing? That's a PK, and that's the. As long as somebody from FC Atlanta Academy has the composure to put this ball in, I mean that should be the clean sheet gone. Look at how silly of a challenge this is. Just tries to clear out the man.
So that's Morales who goes down for Atlanta Academy, but
that is.
Here we go. Here's a chance for Atlanta Academy to get on the board, a golden chance.
I mean, I think it's still too late to make a full comeback in this game, but that was Such a silly challenge coming through from the defender, especially in the box.
We're in the 85th minute. It could be a case here
It was,
of too little too late if they score here, but
yeah.
at least they want to avoid that shutout.
Yeah. I mean, you never know when a single goal differential is going to be the difference between a playoff place and not. So
Yeah, I mean, that's the first tiebreaker is goal differential. So goals are definitely important. So even if you're looking at a loss, if you can still put 1 or 2 up late,
okay. This looks like
still.
I mean, once again, it's not a question of can Atlanta Academy get a point. It's can they get a goal. And you just got to feel that if when they fail to convert on that PK, that was the best chance they've had all game. And
Without a doubt, and just has not been their day. Things have not gone their way at all this whole match. And SSL, they have to feel real good about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I'm FCA Academy, I almost wonder if my goal goes from all right, let's get a goal to hey, let's make sure no one gets a red card. I think that's honestly the battle that they're going to be in now. I think it's very easy for guys to lose their heads after this.
Exactly. It's a very frustrating game for them today, but you got to keep your emotions in check here. Like you said, let's not see any red cards because that's only going to hurt your team for the next match.
I mean, still question marks on. I swear Joseph just got 2 yellow cards. I guess not, but we'll see. We'll see as the rest of the game progresses. Well, we know for sure he's got at least 1 now, so he also needs to be careful. And SSL, don't do anything silly. Just see the game out. Just manage it. Play around the back. Don't feel like you got to force anything. And this is an easy clean sheet. This is an easy trip. Well, I mean, not even trip. They're here at home. They're already home. But it's an easy drive home afterwards.
Well, you know, sometimes we have to do some guesswork up here, Steven. We don't have a spotter down the field.
Yeah, here's a replay of that PK. And it's just to the goalkeeper's side. Honestly, that's kind of a tricky spot to get to from a goalkeeper, kind of, because when you dive for the corner, you don't necessarily always get back there.
Meanwhile, here's a break here for just over top of the goal.
Okay, I really want to point out number 2, who even before the striker had passed the defender, already had his hand up in the air, just trying to will an offsides into existence. That didn't work.
No, it's like, please, ref, blow the whistle.
Please have mercy.
But so just missed their chance for a 4th here.
Yeah.
It remains 3-0 here. We're approaching the 90th minute here.
Just tries to go for the chip, and that's always just such a tricky thing to get done from that angle. You really got to have a lot of composure to go for a chip at that distance, because it's got to get so far up, and then it's got to dip really quickly. I don't know. I don't want to see any FCA players on the ground at this point. Don't do anything really stupid.
Yeah, I spoke too soon, I guess. Stopped the PK. A heck of an effort here today for the home team, SSL.
That's what they needed.
That's what they needed. Final thoughts on this match, Steven?
SSL, they were lost. I don't know if they're found. They just had nothing today. They've got a lot of questions to answer going forward. Yeah. But this is what Division I's for, and we're still early on in that season.
Exactly. They pick up their first loss of this young season here in Week 3. But that is going to do it for us today, folks. Again, thank you for joining us. My name is John Reno. Alongside me, Stephen Johnson. You have just watched UPSL Georgia Division I action. SSL FC pick up their first win of the season, and FC Atlanta Academy their first loss of the season. But don't go away next, because we have Kalonji Pro Profile hosting Club the Strongest Atlanta, a pivotal match here in the Premier League. Don't want to miss that, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes, but we're going to wrap it up for this match here, and also for Larry Weaver, wearing many hats today, engineer, cameraman extraordinaire. He did everything today, folks, to keep us on track. So we'll see you all in a few minutes for Kalonji Pro Profile and Club the Strongest.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.